Hey everybody, my name's Mark. Welcome to Mile High Church. Thanks for spending part of your Sunday with us, especially if you're new. Our vision, oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission, to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. Before we get started today, we want to give you a look at a few things coming up around Mile High Church for you and your family. When the magic of Christmas enters our hearts, we get to share its inspiration everywhere we go. This year, our candlelight service is a beacon of Christmas magic that reminds us of the light within. And this Wednesday, we'll have some fun celebrating the holidays at our family Christmas service. Come early for breakfast for dinner and to spend some time with Santa and other special guests. I'm so excited for Santa, man. I asked him for this microphone.
Winter solstice is the shortest day and the longest night of the year, marking the point when the northern hemisphere is tilted farthest from the sun. The winter solstice is a time of introspection, renewal, and the celebration of light's return, symbolizing hope and the triumph of life. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Have you ever heard of fry bread? Oh, it's so good. Anyways, the gifts of fire, light, and the many powers of the creatures of the natural world were celebrated by our ancestors at midwinter. I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about that fry bread. Okay. We are the great cycle of light and realize all of life is connected. We invite you to celebrate with us and eat fry bread.
For more information about anything you've heard today, stop by the event center or check us out at milehighchurch.org. Come early for food. That's amazing.
Welcome, y'all. Thank you for braving the weather and getting here. You get extra points, I think, extra spiritual points. We have Lokana Tucker here with us today. Lokana has been singing here since she was a wee lass, and we're just so happy to have you back here.
Thank you,
Here we go.
Tom.
We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl. We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl.
Look around and tell me what you see. Smiling faces shining back at me. All of my neighbors, all of my friends. One mind, one life, one heart.
We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl. We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl.
Take my hand, together we will be. Love and light will stand in unity. All of my neighbors, all of my friends. One mind, one life, one heart.
We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl. We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl.
Mile high, we are the world. I can hear you. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl. We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl.
We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl. We are mile high, we are the world. We are every man and woman, every boy and girl. We are mile high.
Thank you, Lokana. Thank you, Tom Litch. Thank you, Mile High Band. Good morning, everyone. Doesn't this campus look like a winter wonderland? We've got our decorations put up by our incredible facilities team, our Santa station put together for our youth church in preparation for family Christmas on Wednesday, production putting together a photo booth, and nature provided us some snow this morning. So we welcome you into the holiday spirit. Ready or not, like it or not, here we are. We're so glad you're here. People often ask me, where's Michelle? And Michelle turns 60 years old this week. And so celebrating her inner child, you can probably guess where she is. She's at Disneyland with, she has escorts with Raz and Tina, her and her husband Ken, and they're going on a little cruise. So if you have time this week, shoot a little email to mmedrano@milehighchurch.org and wish Michelle a happy 60th birthday. If you are new to Mile High Church, we are so glad that you're with us in person or online. We love to read our vision and mission whenever we can. They're coming up on the screens if you want to read along with me. They go like this. Our vision: oneness revealed, a world of love, peace, and abundance for all. And our mission: to serve as a spiritual beacon for personal empowerment and global enlightenment. And now is the time of service where we do collective spiritual practice, utilizing the tools of song, of silence, and prayer. We set the stage for a deeper experience of spirit within ourselves and with one another.
Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place. Surely the presence of God is in this place. I can feel the mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angel wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of God is in this place.
So in this prayer this morning, I ask us to just very gently close our eyes so that we're not seeing or sensing the conditions, the effects, sometimes the discord. And as we have gently just closed our eyes, we move into that place of heart. Yes, within you, within me, within each one of us. And there's no handle or door lock on that heart. It's wide open, and it always has been open. So we just enter and recognize that that divine connection is above, below, and all around about. And there's nowhere where it is not. It has 101 names, but yet it's nameless. I call it Spirit, divine essence. It comes forth in light, the light that lights our pathways, the light that heals and restores, the light that forgives and brings forth that inner sanctuary, that inner temple of heart radiating that mysterious sometimes, but magical, wonderful light of the divine. So we just bathe in that. Be with your gentle breath, for that fans the flame. And so what I declare, recognizing each one of us, all of us, that we are that seamless union of the divine. Seamless. No holes, no hurts, seamless in that light. And so what I declare this morning, I give thanks for this beautiful dome of consciousness, Mile High Church. And right where you are, right where I am, that light is shining brightly. So I behold that this week we allow and just permit that light to be of kindness, sending kindness and peace to our world, to our individual world, peace and inner calm, harmony. For I recognize that divine presence that we feel is harmonic love, and that love has always been. So I just give thanks today for this incredible service, for Reverend Josh's wonderful message, magical message. It touches our hearts because the doorway is so wide open. I give thanks for all who attend Mile High and all who serve. I give thanks for all walks of faith wherever they have gathered. I give thanks for the beauty of the snow in Denver, Colorado this day. And I give thanks for the uniqueness of every snowflake. So with gratitude filling our hearts, let us now just move into this time knowing that these words have been released to that universal law of love intelligence that knows exactly what we believe and brings it forth now and forevermore. And so it is. Amen.
Thank you so much for that prayer, Patty. That was beautiful. And thank you so much, Mile High, for having me. Because it is December, I thought I'd give you guys some Christmas music. So I think the band should take this one away. Tree. How much fun it's gonna be together this Christmas, fireside blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me, yeah. Are here, my world is filled with cheer and you. This Christmas, and as I look around, your eyes they outshine the town. They do, yeah. This Christmas, fireside blazing bright. We're caroling through the night, and it's Christmas. Will be a very special Christmas. Take a hand, take a hand. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays, Mile High. Thank you.
Thank you, Lokana. Zamira, it's a new members Sunday, a sacred ritual we do a few times a year here. And membership at Mile High Church, it's choosing to be a co-owner of the church. It's choosing to state that Mile High Church is your spiritual home. And for me, it's really about, we come to this place and we get something for ourselves, and then we realize the real blessing is giving back, whether that's supporting people, inviting people to your spiritual home, volunteering, all of that kind of stuff. And so each new member, whether you're watching online or you're here in the room or you're somewhere else, you are a demonstration for Mile High Church. Thank you.
Beautiful. Well, we are going to honor those who have joined Mile High Church, and many of them are attending online today, but we have a few in the room that we would like to recognize. So I will do my best with your names, and I hope that I'm close to the pronunciation, but if you are in the room, please stand up when I share your name. So we'd like to welcome Robbie Johnson this morning. Welcome, Robbie. And Pamela Moss. And Andrew Garrett. Kristen Cortez. William Common. Beth Delaney. Zechariah Kohar. Charlotte Lowe. Bryant Lowe. Richard Matan. Valerie Matan. Mawish Obiad. Carrie Prabinsky. Hi, Carrie. In the back there. Barbara Spitzer. And Larry Wiegel. And so I'd just like to invite those new members who are in the room to please stand for a moment. I have a question for all of you. So if you'd stand if you're here in the room again. And those of you who are watching or with us online, this is a question for you that you can take into your hearts at home as well. Do you consciously choose membership at Mile High Church with all the rights, the privileges, and the commitments it asks of you? And if so, you can just answer, we do. And so then those of you who are members already of Mile High Church in our congregation today, I would invite you to stand as we welcome these members into our community today. In gratitude for the light of each of these new members, do you, who are members of Mile High Church, joyfully welcome these new members into membership at Mile High Church? And if so, please together say, we do. We do. Thank you. You may all be seated. And please know that we welcome you right into the heart of our community today.
Welcome. When we can take the time it takes to learn that there are no mistakes. There's only what was meant to be. You can call it fate or destiny, a plan, a purpose, one true thing, like the time an angel earns its wings. I believe in miracles, and I believe in dreams. I believe there's so much more than what my eyes can see. There's a world beyond description, beyond imagination, and it's real when you close your eyes and feel. You're gonna find a miracle. I know that when the truth unfolds, there will be no one hungry, no one cold. The road that seemed so long will shorten. The door that once was closed will open. The time is now. The word is spoken. The evil spell can now be broken. Oh, I believe in miracles, and I believe in dreams. I believe there's so much more than what my eyes can see. There's a world beyond description, beyond imagination, and it's real when you close your eyes and feel. You're gonna find a miracle. You can go anytime. Close your eyes, relax your mind. You'll know it when you get to the other side. You can have whatever you may dream. You can conquer anything. Be whatever it is you want to be. Yeah, yeah. Oh, I believe in miracles, and I believe in dreams. I believe there's so much more than what my eyes can see. There's a world beyond description, beyond imagination, and it's real when you close your eyes and feel. You're gonna find a miracle. Oh, there's a world beyond description, beyond imagination, and it's real when you close your eyes and feel. You're gonna find a miracle. You're gonna find a miracle. You're gonna find a miracle.
Thank you, Tom Litch and Mile High Band. Thanks again to Locana. Tom, you are the hardest working person at Mile High Church in December. You just have a few services coming up. And so let's all give some Christmas magic and love to Tom Litch. And some Christmas peace in the middle there, too. Bijou Barbosa, Mike Marlier, Stu, thank you so much. Rob Lowe, everybody. Hey, how many tags from the Giving Tree have you grabbed? 10. Wonderful. The Giving Tree is a wonderful program we do each year with the toys and everything included. It's like $100,000 worth of stuff for kids in the local community. So please grab one of those tags. If you're watching online, you can go to our Santa shop online. The truth with most of these kids is they're not asking for train sets. Most of them just want gift cards. And so you can make a donation. And thank you to Jackie, Ken, and the team for putting that together. Speaking of Christmas, if a holiday gift that affirms spiritual growth is something that you're interested in, we have something called the Renowned Speaker Program here at Mile High Church. And in April, Coot Blackson is coming, the author of The Magic of Surrender. There's early bird pricing for this. It's a great holiday gift and a great gift to yourself as well. So enough of all that. I'm very grateful today to begin a two-part series entitled, Do You Believe in Magic? And I'd like to begin by talking about something very sacred, the modern holiday classic, the film Elf. And there's a very sacred scene. Santa Claus and his sled with his reindeer have landed in Central Park in New York City because his sleigh runs on what? Christmas spirit. And because of the cynicism and the judgment and the commercialism and the lack of belief, his sleigh can't fly. So it's up to Buddy the elf and friends to begin to evoke and remind people of the Christmas spirit. And there's a lovely rendition of the song, Santa Claus is coming to town and Santa's sleigh flies again and Buddy is our hero. I would like to tell you that this is a factual, historical story, but it is not. But the point of my message this week and next is that doesn't mean it's not a true story. Just because it's fictional doesn't mean it isn't true. Shelby Foote was a great novelist and a renowned historian of the Civil War. And he once shared, the point I would make is that the novelist and the historian are seeking the same thing, the truth. Not a different truth, the same truth, only they reach it or try to reach it by different routes. In this sense, I would say that Elf is more of a true story than most nonfiction books or movies that I've seen, because it points to something so true within all of us, Christmas magic. The remembering of the spirit of generosity, of unity, of hope, of togetherness, of joy. That childlike remembrance that behind all the layers of cynicism and judgment is there, longing for something to believe in. That Christmas magic is the most real thing in the world, and it belongs to you, and it belongs to me. I know I'm about to give a metaphysical interpretation to the film Elf right now, but here it goes. Santa and his reindeer symbolize Christmas magic. Buddy the elf symbolizes the master of two worlds. 1 foot in the magic of the North Pole, 1 foot in the everyday living of New York City, and hilarity ensues when they combine together. We have his half-brother who represents the magic of children, those creatures that awaken and remind us of the truth. And then we have the sacred ritual of song. Santa Claus is coming to town that helps invoke and remind us of Christmas magic. And so I ask you this morning, do you believe in magic? Yes. Excellent. And so consider how Christmas magic might show up for you this year. It's nothing you can make happen, but you can prepare for it. A healing of a relationship that's been fractured. A demonstration of incredible prosperity and abundance. Peace in our world or in a place in our world. Peace and a real, tangible self-acceptance that embraces who we are and who we're meant to be. Clarity of love and of life. All of this magic is possible if you believe. Ernest and his brother, Fenwick Holmes, in one of the last things Ernest wrote, they wrote an epic poem called The Voice Celestial. And here's a little piece from it that you may hear at our candlelight services on the 23rd and 24th. There's no need to leave the world of men, nor to retreat to some high cave or glen. Search deep within if you would truly find the springs of life in the eternal mind. Look in yourself and you at length shall view Creator God who hid himself in you. Within this precious bowl of alabaster is found the secret of the hidden master. Too long a dying world has longed to see that God, that man and man alone can be. This week and next, I want to share with you rituals of the season. Rituals that evoke Christmas spirit and magic. Rituals that remind us of who we really are. And I'm calling them the gifts of Christmas magic. And the main one that I want to focus in on right now is song. Nothing can invoke Christmas magic like a good song. And so let's start with the one we just mentioned. Santa Claus is coming to town. You better watch out. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. Santa Claus is coming to town. Now, it may be a little bizarre to hear so much about Santa Claus in church. But the truth is, if many of you grew up like me without any religion at all, the belief in Santa Claus really set the stage for my belief in the divine. It's so important to build that understanding that we live in the seen, but we have our being in the unseen. And when we can learn to believe in what we cannot see and understand it is more real than anything, we can begin to bring it forth in our lives in a very powerful way. Something that people often aren't aware of is that Santa Claus, as we know and love him today, is really an American creation. It came through New York City in the 19th century. There was a St. Nicholas, a Dutch saint, who was aware if children were being naughty or nice, but much more in a pious way. This Santa Claus with the big belly and the merriment and the joy that comes through the chimney and gives gift that awaken children to magic and the truth of who they are really came about through Clement Clark Moore's A Visit from St. Nicholas, also known as 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and the elites of New York City. It's interesting to note that Christmas time back in the day was much more like Halloween than the Christmas that we know it to be today. In New England, for many, many decades in the early aspects of our nation, celebrating Christmas was illegal. It's because at that time it was the beginning of the harvest season. It was when the beer was most ripe. And it was an adult celebrating holiday. It was a holiday where the poor appealed to the rich for drink, for food, for gifts. And sometimes it turned into mayhem. Groups of men and women would sometimes break into houses and demand gifts. And it was expected that you'd give them that eggnog or whatever it may be. It wasn't quite the purge, but close. And it created a lot of mayhem. And so it made sense for these elites in New York City to have this Santa Claus character who was focused on giving gifts to children. And it began to domesticate the holiday. He's making a list. He's checking it twice. He's going to find out who's naughty or nice. Santa Claus is coming to town. This was a message not just for the kids, but for the parents to behave themselves as well. And so Christmas in so many ways, and of course it was commercialized and materialized and all of that, and it was brought forth by these elites, but it was embraced by the poor and the poor of spirit, who loved this idea of this being Santa Claus that would help anyone believe that there's a power for good greater than they are, that there's such thing as hope and magic that can help us live a better life. The person who wrote the lyrics to Santa Claus is Coming to Town is a gentleman named Haven Gillespie. And Haven Gillespie grew up with 9 brothers and sisters in a basement in Kentucky. That's where he grew up, not even in the house, in the basement. And he remembered these myths of a Santa Claus who was encouraging him to be good. And it helped him believe that there was something more. And this belief brought him to Chicago. And then eventually it brought him to New York City once again, where he became a songwriter. And one day he was on the public transit yet. I don't even think they had subways yet. And he was talking to a little boy and he said, "Are you excited that Santa is coming?" "Yes, I am." "Well, make sure to remember to be good," he shared. And it reminded him of those days in his poor childhood where his mother would talk about the importance of being good and the gifts and the hope that might arise. It wasn't just a belief in Christmas, it was a belief in a higher power that helped lead him through the rest of his life. He sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. He knows when you've been bad or good. So be good for goodness sake. Good job. It echoes to me not just the Christmas spirit, but the Psalms of the Holy Bible. "O Lord, you search me and you know me. You know my resting and my rising. You discern my purpose from afar. You mark when I walk or lie down. All my ways lie open to you. Before ever a word is on my tongue, you know it, O Lord, through and through." What's coming to town is a symbol of our own consciousness. Santa Claus could be coming to town, but so could another aspect of Christmas magic. What are you preparing the town of your consciousness for this year? A greater degree of healing, a greater wealth of abundance, a deeper, more profound understanding of who you are and why you're alive. Sorry to be corny, but yes, we prepared the chimney of our hearts for good to come through, and they can meld in with those milk and cookies already in your tummy. Robert Fulghum, the person who had the wonderful epiphany that everything he really needed to know he learned in kindergarten, tells us the story of John Pierpont. And John Pierpont, by all facts, was a complete failure in his life. He was a failure as a lawyer. He was a failure as a minister. He was a failure as a poet. He was a failure in the way that he was not a successful composer. He got a job, luckily, as a file clerk in Washington, D.C., the final months of his life, and he died, by all accounts, a failure. Fulghum tells us he was a failure on all accounts except for one thing, a significant contribution he made to humanity. And that is that John Pierpont wrote the song Jingle Bells. He wrote the song Jingle Bells. A simple song, not a religious song, but simply about the joy of sledding in the nighttime Christmas air. Fulghum shares, "One snowy afternoon in deep winter, John Pierpont penned the lines as a small gift for his family, friends, and congregation. And in doing so, left behind a permanent gift for Christmas, the best kind, not the one under the tree, but the invisible, invincible one of joy. Thanks, John Pierpont." I had the honor in the summertime of sharing with you the spiritual symbolism of the Beatles. And it's really a talk about the power of song, the power of music. Because you see, there's something about a song that's eternally present. A song lives in the present moment. Anyone else have their sense of time thrown off by the pandemic? I did that, and what year is it? I can't tell you. And so I just tell people I live on shuffle, like your iPod. I can live in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, or zeros all in one day. It's all there. But the magic of a good song is when we experience it for what it is, as opposed to just our memory of what it is. And in the talk, I got to share how we have that phenomenon of getting sick of a song. And the only way that you get sick of a song is if you're experiencing not the song itself, but your memory and understanding of the song. And life works the exact same way. We live in our memory and our so-called understanding of life, and it gets soured with judgments, with cynicism, with mediocrity, and all of a sudden we're sick of life because we're no longer living life itself, but in our own version of what life is, and we miss it. Yes, as we hear the choir bell, and we miss the beauty of that song. Now, in Beatles, I was talking about music. I get that it's much harder with Christmas time because the songs come up every year. Like, oh my God, Mariah Carey's coming. I've got to hide. I've got to lock away. But if you can bravely step in and hear some of these Christmas songs for the first time, you can realize that they're prayers, that you can be present to them, and they can help you live your life renewed again. Now, I'm not saying you have to turn off the lights, light a candle, and listen to Wham's this last Christmas. But what I am saying is that Christmas magic requires that we let go of our tired imagining and remembering of things and allow ourselves to be renewed by the Spirit. I have a Christmas prayer I'm going to seek to say every day this year. It goes something like this. This year, Christmas magic is my present. I will hold myself to the present and not the past. I will hold my loved ones to the present and not the past. I will hold my life to the present and not the past. And the gifts of Christmas magic will be mine. Does that prayer work for you too? You want to say it with me? Repeat after me. This year, Christmas magic is my present. I will hold myself to the present and not the past. This one's not easy. I will hold my loved ones to the present and not the past. I will hold life to the present and not the past. And the gifts of Christmas magic will be mine. If the holiday tunes just drive you crazy, pick songs of your own that matter and are meaningful to you. The title of this message, which comes from the Love and Spoonful, is a great holiday song. Mick Jagger from the Rolling Stones, he once sang, "May the good Lord shine a light on you. Make every song you sing your favorite tune." Paul McCartney taught us to take a sad song and make it better. We all have that ability to use that ritual of music, of song, to inspire and invoke Christmas magic. The other gift, and I have 3 more that I'll talk about next week that I want to touch upon today, is the wonderful sacred ritual of kindness. Basic, run-of-the-day, normal, good-hearted kindness. I invite you to think for a moment as we head into the end of 2023. Who was significantly kind to you this year? Who was someone that was significantly kind to you? Anybody got something? Interactive service today. Thank you. Grandson. Friends. Sister. Husband. Some of the people are making, I better mention this person next to me. I could see somebody. Lindsay and Kelly are here. You made me a homemade card this year that was so meaningful to me, and I put on my desk. Sherry, you're always checking in on me and always there to support me. Miriam, your practitioner heart, I feel your prayers all of the time, filled with kindness. And isn't that a wonderful thing, not only to think about the people who've been kind to you this year, but to let them know that you appreciate and see their kindness. And my prayer for each and every one of us is that we would be the answer for someone else who ponders the same question this year. Kindness doesn't cost a dime. It requires that vulnerability of exposing ourselves. But there's no more surefire method to lift above the cynicism and materialism of our society than to live from that heart of kindness. Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol is really a story about kindness. The key scene is the end of the book. How can I express in a powerful way the story of a man who awakes on Christmas morning and realizes the miracle of life itself, who instead of putting at the center of his life money and greed, puts kindness and joy and expresses it in such a way that he is in accordance with his past, his present, and has come to terms with his future so that he can live in greater light and love. Scrooge declares, I will honor Christmas in my heart and try to keep it all the year. I will live in the past, the present, and the future. The spirits of all three shall strive within me. I will not shut out the lessons that they teach. And I love in A Christmas Carol that we're told that kindness didn't just last on Christmas, that extended throughout his life. Christmas isn't the time that reminds us to be kind. It is the time that reminds us that life is best lived with kindness at the center. Not money, not worry, not control, but kindness. You can practice it today in the grocery store. You can practice it today here at church. You can practice it with your family at home. You can practice it in traffic. It's that ability to move beyond the mundane, mediocre, transactional form of relationships and living to rise above that and let someone know that you see them, that you value them, that you approve of them, and support them in making their way in the world. And it's that kindness that invokes a sense of the sacred and the holy. Kindness is so important that the Dalai Lama once said that not Buddhism, but that kindness was his religion. He shared, "This is my simple religion. No need for temples, no need for complicated philosophy. Your own mind, your own heart is the temple. Your philosophy is simple kindness." And so this week in particular, I invite you to embrace the sacred ritual of music. I know music is often in the background of our lives, but we make it sacred when we bring consciousness to it. As the wise sage Buddy the Elf tells us, the greatest way to spread Christmas cheer is to sing it loud for all to hear. You may want to ask permission first. But allow music to fill your car. Allow it to fill your home. Embrace it with family and do it in a way that's sacred, that recalls that inner child within you that is ready to experience a more profound experience of magic. And choose to be kind. Not later, not on Christmas, right here and right now. And what I promise you is that kindness will reverberate. It will create a spiritual momentum that will not only carry you into experiences of greater kindness, but that will help you see clearly the miracle of life itself and help you receive it that much better. And here's the trick. By practicing these things, we're not just opening up to receive Christmas magic, but we are consciously creating the life that we want to live. When you embrace the rituals of song and the practice of kindness, you begin to create the life that you want to live. To close with a quote from Ernest Holmes and Willis Kinnear from their wonderful A New Design for Living as we move into prayer this morning. They share the continuing challenge is to increase our knowledge of the infinite potential which lies ahead of us, and every increase but reveals the more that is to be known. To realize that an infinite artist, the divine creator, the cosmic reality is back of and in and through all our acts is to realize the truth which enables us to enter with joy and enthusiasm into the day in which we live. Each day is a new creation, a new moment for fuller awareness of spiritual reality, and a time for designing the new life we want to live. So moving into that place of heart, as Dr. Patty so lovingly set out for us this morning, I invite any of our prayer practitioners who wish to stand and join me in this prayer. Let us fully, transparently open ourselves to the Spirit, not only of the season, but of the divine, the truth within us and all around us, speaking to us in so many ways. I want to create a space in our hearts as we move into this time of season. We know it is so often a time when people let go of that mortal coil. And to just honor those great patriots of our country. Rosalind Carter, our first female Supreme Court Justice, Sandra Day O'Connor, longtime Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger. Just honor their commitment to their country and to being the individuals that they are. And I also just want to honor the life and spirit of Richard Clemens, the husband of a retired Mile High minister, Nadine Cox, who made his transition last weekend. I always enjoyed my experiences of him, and no matter what, he always took the time to share how much he adored his beautiful wife, and we just honor his life and all those who love him. And perhaps there's someone in mind or heart today who you've been asked to let go of. We let go of their place on this planet, but we hold sincerely to their ever connection in our hearts, recognizing that in that invisible plane of life, there is that reality that connects and inspires us always. So opening ourselves to the gifts of this season, may we believe in a divine magic that is simply the nature of the divine's expression in bounty and in beauty and in love and in the sacred in this wonderful time of year. We embrace it, we embody it, we are it, and so it is.
'Cause I believe in miracles. Yes, I believe in dreams. And I believe there's so much more than what my eyes can see. There's a world beyond description, beyond imagination, and it's real when you close your eyes and feel. You're gonna find a miracle.
Thank you, Tom. Thanks each and every one of you for being with us in person or online today as we move into this time of offering. I am so grateful for the financial abundance of Mile High Church, and I am so grateful for your gifts that help us celebrate that abundance. I affirm abundance for each and every one of us as well. I want to take a moment again today to give thanks to each and every one of you who give in some sort of automatic way to the church, whether it's in the basket on Sunday or through your online donation or the bill pay through your bank. It's that regular giving that really helped us through the pandemic and helps us keep our financial strength today. So we're grateful for all that you give. But if you're watching online or anything like that, it's not the amount that you give, but we ask that you give regularly. And when you do that, it helps strengthen Mile High Church. So we're so grateful for you. And just as a gift for anyone who gives automatically, it's all on the honor system. You can go to our gift page, and there's audiobooks by Michelle and I there that we would like you to have. So thank you very much. And with that, just invite everyone to take their gifts physically or metaphorically, however they show up for you. But we do get to affirm the abundance of Mile High Church and our own abundance together by saying our offering affirmation. It goes like this: divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate. And so it is.
Here's some magic for you, Reverend Josh. Do you believe in magic in a young girl's heart? How the music can free you whenever it starts. It's magic if the music is groovy. It makes you feel happy like strange about rock and roll. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe in magic? Don't bother to choose if it's jug band music or rhythm and blues. Just listen, it'll start with a smile. Okay. We'll dance until morning, till just you and me. And maybe, if the music is right, I'll meet you tomorrow, sort of late at night. And we'll go dancing, baby, then you'll see how the magic's in the music and the music's in me. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? There we go. Yeah, magic. Young girl's heart. Believe in the magic of a rock and roll. Believe in the magic that'll set you free. Yeah. Do you believe in magic? We're talking about magic. Do you believe in magic? We're talking about magic. Do you believe in magic? We'll talk about magic. Oh.
And thank you, Lokana, and thank you, all of the amazing band. I believe in magic. I'm feeling the magic in this room that Josh brought in too. What a wonderful time of year it is. And if you are new to Mile High Church, today we welcome you, and you will want to stop by our Welcome Center and get this little bag full of goodies that talks all about what we are all about here at Mile High. So please stop by the Welcome Center. And also you'll notice our prayer practitioners are coming down front. If you're feeling the call for a prayer and you want to go inward, they are here to support you with that. You can also go online and submit a prayer, or you can fill one out in the lobby.
Thank you, Zamira. I like your hat.
Thank you.
Hey, on your way out today, speaking of Christmas gifts, you're going to receive a flyer that has all of our January classes coming up. And just want you to know a couple things. One is because of a significant contribution, we're able to lower the price of these classes, which is fantastic. And second, they make great Christmas gifts. You can get a certificate as well, or give yourself that gift. And these are awesome classes at a discount. So we're looking forward to that. And Tom, we have a very sacred service coming up Wednesday night. It's called Family Christmas. Do you mind telling us a little bit about it?
I love to. I love Family Christmas. It's just this joy of being young and young at heart. So bring your kids, bring yourself, and you don't even have to have kids to come and enjoy it, because there'll be the nativity pageant. Dr. Barry Ebert's going to be singing there. We're going to have Michelle Bailey and Bobby Dart, who is doing the flatbread announcement. He's going to be singing, and yeah, we're going to have Paul Barilla. We're going to have the youth choir, and you know, just come. It's going to be fun. And
yeah, so much. At 5:30, there's dinner in the community center put on by your youth church, and Santa Claus will be here as well for the kids to see before and after the service this year. So we're looking forward to that. With that, thanks for being here. If you'd like to stand, we're going to say a benediction together. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening to me right now. It is this thing called life. Life is in my mind, body, and all that I do. I give thanks for it, and I accept it. Just the way that it is, and just the way that it is not. Thank you, life.